Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. I am Jamie Beth. Today we're going to go over my top 10 fall palettes. So these are the palettes that I think you should have for the fall. If you want to create some beautiful fall looks, these are the palettes that you want. And if you want to know my eye look right now that I'm sporting this nice fall smoky eye, I did do a video on how I created this eye look, and you can see that on next week's video. We are going to jump right in to my top 10 fall palette. First up is this one right here. This is the Colourpop Bare Necessities palette, and as you can see, my palette is a little disgusting looking. I use this a lot. So here is what the inside of that palette looks like. It is very well loved. I do love all of the nice, beautiful, neutral shades you can find in this. I mean, you can create so many different beautiful looks. You can go from, you know, a light day work type of look to a fall, like nighttime smoky eye look like the one I have on right now. This is a go-to for any type of look. I really do love, love, love this palette. It is one of their bigger palettes, but I mean, it is a must-have, and I do believe Colourpop still sells this palette, or I would not be talking about it right now. So go ahead and get your hands on these. Colourpop palettes are very, very reasonably priced. I will link the palette name and the price in my description box below, so you guys will know how much these palettes go. The next one that I really think that you should have, and again, I think some palettes might be a little bit newer than others. A lot of these palettes I've had for a while. They're not like brand new out, you know, on the market palettes. These are ones that I just feel that whenever the fall comes around, these are the ones I reach for the most. So the next one that I want to talk about is this one right here. This is the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. And here is what the inside of that palette looks like. As you can see, I've already hit pan on one of the colors. Again, these are some beautiful nude shadows. I just think you can create a lot of looks for them. You can go from day to night with it. I think the overall quality of Juvia's Place is absolutely phenomenal. It is top notch, and the palettes are not that much money. Again, they are very reasonably priced. And I do own a lot of Juvia's Place palettes. I love all of the ones that I own, but this is by far my favorite palettes. The next palette that we're going to talk about actually kind of transitions from summer to fall quite beautifully. It is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Now, a lot of people will say this is their favorite summertime palette, and it is one of my favorite summertime palettes too. Again, it does transition from summertime to fall quite beautifully, and as you can see by the shadows in this palette, there are a lot of nice shadows. There are a lot of like oranges and some reds and some yellows and golds. I mean, it just goes into fall quite nicely, and you can create a lot of beautiful, simple, easy looks with this palette. If you guys want to see me create a look with this palette, let me know. If you want to see me create a look with any of these palettes, let me know and I will do that. The next one up is a palette that I just came across, and I believe I got this in my BoxyCharm subscription. This is from a company called HipDot, and this is their Zion Pressed Pigment palette. And when I open this up, I'm just like, oh my goodness, these are gorgeous colors, and they feel so buttery and smooth. They are beautiful, beautiful shades, very, very, very pigmented. I mean, look at that. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And I do like the little pops of like the lavender color and a little bit of purples. There's a little bit of like rosy color, pinky shades. There's some orange. There's a little bit of like kind of a nice light yellow. And these look gorgeous on your eyes. I just love this palette. And I don't think I've heard of this HipDot brand until I received it in my BoxyCharm, and I'm really, really glad that I received it in my BoxyCharm, because I wouldn't have known to look this up. I don't see this ever in Ulta, so you must be able to get it online somewhere. I'm sure they have a website. But I mean, again, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And this is the HipDot Zion palette. The next palette that I'm going to discuss is this one right here. This is the Ciate London, the Editor palette in Tulum. And this kind of almost gives me Huda Beauty neutrals vibes. And you'll see when I open it, look at that. Aren't they gorgeous colors? And these are really nicely pigmented. Now, Ciate is a little bit hit and miss for me, and it could just be my preference. They're a little bit hit and miss for me. A little bit hit or miss for me on their eyeshadow palettes. But this one, oh my goodness, I just think this is a gorgeous palette. And these metallics are absolutely stunning on the eye. I mean, you can just go in with a little bit of transition or just put these little metallics on your eyelid and you have a look for the day. It's so gorgeous. I love the color story here. It just is a beautiful color story, and I think that this will work great to complement other fall eye looks. The next one up is a palette from Zoeva, and I have a few Zoeva palettes, and I'm telling you, I'm in love. I think Zoeva is an upcoming brand that we need to dive into a little bit more and talk about and discuss a little bit more, because I really do think that the formulation of the eyeshadows are really, really nice. I don't know. I just have been in love with every Zoeva palette that I come across or that I've received. A lot of them I do receive in my BoxyCharm, but here is the Zoeva. This is the Zoeva, I didn't even tell you what it was, Zoeva All Night Long Glam palette. So look at these gorgeous, gorgeous shades. Again, you got those like browns, you got the yellows, the golds, the little bit of orangey, the very neutral shades with some, you got this like pop of color right here, which is a deep red glitter shadow. Or shimmer shade, I mean. All of these are just absolutely stunning. And I know I did a look with this in one video. I don't remember which one it was, but I know I've done a look with this. Again, if you guys want me to do any looks with any of these palettes that I'm talking about, let me know and I will be glad to do that. But again, this is the Zoeva All Night Long Glam palette. A must have. I highly recommend this one. The next one up is an oldie but goodie. It is the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This one screams fall. It just screams fall. So here is what that palette looks like. Again, you got your black, you got your browns, you got your metallics, golds, your neutral shades, and again, you can go from day to night in this palette. It just is so stunning, and it's one of my favorite Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I hope they never stop making this one because I just absolutely am in love with this one. The next palette I'm going to talk about is another one that I think everyone should have. This is the BPerfect Cosmetics featuring JAH. It is her Clientele palette. JAH is a YouTuber and she is a phenomenal makeup artist. I just absolutely love her. I just love everything that she does. She is just one heck of a makeup artist. So she collabed with BPerfect and came up with this absolutely stunning palette. Check out this palette. Isn't it stunning? I love that green color. I love every single one of the shimmer shades in here. They're just so vibrant and so beautiful. You have some, you know, neutral shades in here. You have a little bit of color in here. You have your beautiful shimmer shades. I mean, it just is an all-around well-made palette, and I really just, I love the color story. I love everything about this, and the formulation of these shadows is just phenomenal. And again, if you don't know who JAH is, check her out on YouTube. It's JAH, that is her name, and check out these stunning looks that she creates using her own palette. So I mean, just amazing, amazing talent right there. The next palette that I'm going to talk about is one that's been out for a while. It is the Tati Beauty Neutrals palette. And again, here is what it looks like. I did lose a pan in this palette. I'm so bummed. This one's missing. It popped right out. I don't know. I dropped it. I'm not gonna lie. I dropped the dang palette and it popped right out. It's my fault. It has nothing to do with the quality of the palette. I dropped it. The thing fell out. So you have up top here some pressed glitters. Then you have some shimmers. You have some matte shades with some glitter in them, with like specks of glitter in them. And then you have a row of matte. Ooh, it would help if you could see a row of matte colors. You have some beautiful like berry colors. You have some orangey colors, some black colors, some neutral brown and tan shades. I mean, this again, a million different looks. I've created a million different looks using this palette. As you can see, it is very well loved. And I just think this is a phenomenal palette. I can't wait for her to come out with some more stuff because her makeup is amazing. All right, we are to our last palette. Our last palette is this one here. Now this one is fairly new, I believe, but I had to add it in here because I love the color story, and I'll tell you about it in just a second. This is the Morphe 35C Everyday Chic palette, and this is in a plastic case, if you guys can see. Back in the day when Morphe first started coming out with their makeup, all of their makeup were in these little plastic cases, and I really liked that. And then they went to like more of I want to say, I guess, cardboard casings, like the Tati palette is. It's like, it's not plastic, it's kind of like cardboard-ish. And now it looks like they might be coming back to their old packaging, which I really like their old packaging. I thought it was cool. But I mean, it's real beautiful. The price, the Morphe pricing is still very nice. So this is the 35C palette. Everyday, ooh, would help if I put it in the frame. Everyday Chic palette. Look at that. Again, you got gorgeous, gorgeous green colors. Like, I mean, you could do a beautiful neutral eye up top and then hit that bottom lash line with the green shimmer, and it is just gorgeous. You have some pink shades up here. Oh, here. I gotta hold it this way. You have some pink shades up here. You have some maroon shades. There's greens. This green on the end, I don't know if it's coming out like it should in the camera, but this is a gorgeous green here. Gorgeous green shade. Can you see that? Is it focusing? Let's see if I can put this on my wrist here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. I mean, you can barely see it. I wish it would show up a little bit more. It is beautiful. You have some neutral shades up top here. Again, you have a pressed glitter, you got shimmers. They're gorgeous, gorgeous shades, and they blend out beautifully. I mean, Morphe is a very, very well-made, has very well-made eyeshadow. So you can never fail with Morphe. You can get Morphe at Ulta. You can order it online. Again, it's very reasonably priced, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love so much of their eyeshadows. That is our video for today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the notification bell next to it to be notified of all of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!